Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Welcome to Chattering with Nicholas Vince. And tonight I'm joined by Jen and Sylvia Soska. Hello, ladies.
Hi! Good morning here in Canada. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Good to you and Craig. I don't see him yet, but good morning.
Oh, he's down there. He's monitoring tweet. We've now got a separate computer set up, so that he can actually go through all the questions and just make sure that we get in as many people as possible, because people have been they've been logging questions and very excited to see you both. How are you doing?
Good. Oh my God, it's so nice to be back in Vancouver. Not that we ever, I mean, we're just floating heads when we talk, but yeah, the Hellevator was insane. I didn't know what a satellite interview session was until I did 17 interviews before 9 a.m. Yeah, that was scary. And it's live TV, and you're like, oh, and you know how we like to swear, right, Nicholas? We weren't able to say fuck, and Jen looked like she had smoke coming out of her ears. It was like, my favorite words. Before 9 a.m., basically all I say is fuck.
I'm presuming, yes, I can understand that. Do you need coffee to sort that out in the mornings normally?
Red
Bull. Red Bull. That sounds like a very, very sensible idea. So before we get on to stuff, I just wanted to share a couple of things with people about other stuff I've got coming up and things that are happening. And I'm just going to turn off my notifications because I've got dings going on in the background. So let me just turn off the dings that are going on in the background. What I wanted to say is that I don't know if you'd have heard of him. He's a gentleman called Graham Humphreys is going to be joining me on December the 6th. He's very well known in this country because he has been doing since the 1980s posters for films. And there's a very famous image of a poster that is basically your lady for the film Nightmare on Elm Street, with her asleep in the middle. And then there's Freddy Krueger with the clawed hand reaching over her above this suburban street. Which is, whenever I think of Nightmare on Elm Street, that's what I think of. That's the poster I think of.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's brilliant, absolutely superb. And Graham paints by hand and works in watercolors and so on. And he's got an exhibition open up in London at the moment. He's been working for the last 30 years. He does the most amazing stuff. He did the poster and t-shirt for the Leviathan, the Hellraiser documentary. He's doing Fright Night, You're So Cool, Brewster. So he's going to be coming on in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, it's going to be very, very cool. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on British television.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a short film. This is the first short film. I filmed it, God, it's 2 years ago now. 2 years ago. It was for ABCs of Death 2 originally. We did the short film called Metamorphosis. And it's got entered into it's a reality show where basically they show 4-minute short films to an audience, and then they film their reactions and so on. And it's called The Fear. It's been going, and one of the finalists is a film in which I star. So I mean, it's great. I mean, basically they're taking the audience votes each week for what they find the scariest. I've no idea where we are. I know it was filmed some time ago, and we've only literally just been allowed to talk about it. And basically, there are three films shown, everyone, and then the top 3, and then there's a leaderboard, and then there's money and so on to be won. So this is the first time I've been on British television in over 20 odd years. So it's a very cool little short film as well. It's literally only 4 minutes. It's very, very cool. So it's good. And then the other thing I wanted to share with you, because I'm just terribly excited to share with you, because you gave me so much advice on this. I'm writing and directing my first short film. And
amazing.
And that films, and I'm getting goosebumps as I tell you this, because I've been trying to keep it as quiet as possible. It's called The Night Whispered. We had a rehearsal today. I had my cast over today. Bertie's in it. Bertie, our dog, is in it. Which is why he's lying downstairs completely and utterly shattered, because we just walked him away. But we've got a night shoot this next Sunday. I was saying I can do a show after that, and Craig's saying, no, you can't do a show after that. You're going to be absolutely exhausted. You're going to be a zombie by the end of this. So we're literally shooting from 5 o'clock at night through to probably 5 o'clock the following morning, 3 or 5 o'clock the following morning.
May I recommend Red Bull?
Say again?
May I recommend
Red Bull? Yes, no, absolutely. Red Bull, I think
sometimes coffee just doesn't cut it.
I don't really drink Red Bull. I've had it a couple of times recently on night shoots, funnily enough, at 3 o'clock in the morning, just to keep myself Rats when I was doing Rats. But otherwise, I just get too hyper. I get wild. Too much caffeine. So that's why there's not a show next week. Graham is the week after. But that's yeah. So
that's so fucking cool. Are you nervous? Are you excited? Are you equal parts both?
Yes, absolutely. It's great. I said, look, I'm kind of gut-wrenchingly sick and excited and nervous. And I was kind of like, and we were doing a table read today, and I said to the guys, is it really odd that I'm getting goosebumps at my own work? Because it's a nice little chill. I'm calling it a chiller rather than a horror, because there's no violence, there's no blood. But I really wanted to see if you can scare people without those things.
Well, that's awesome. It still feels like horror to me, because you don't always need the blood and the guts. It's all in the tone and the delivery and the shots and the performance.
Yeah, it's about how your audience walks away feeling.
I can't wait to see it. When do you think it's going to be ready? Sorry, you're just starting it, and now I'm like, so when can I have it?
This is why I've not talked about it, because of like, I don't think I'm going to ask you. So basically what happens, we film next weekend.
Yeah.
And then it goes off to my editor. I get to talk to him. Yeah, so it'll probably take a couple of weeks for the rough cut. Then I'm thinking, because we're going to be getting it probably early next year, I'm going to start putting, my friends like you, and then I'm going to put it into festivals, obviously, and try and get into a few festivals. But yeah, I'm just, it's great. I mean, there's a cast.
That's so exciting. That is so exciting, isn't it?
Thank you. It's going to be, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous and fun and great. So I've got a dog in it, and I've got a child in it. So I just thought, let's just go for everything. Once I've done this one, and it's all on locations, it's all outside.
Outside at night?
So again?
Wow. In the day or night?
Night.
Oh, that's the worst. Good job.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's in a bit. We're filming it near my home, and it's the only place it's really kind of quiet to be able to get some of the shots. Because it's great. We were trying to do a rehearsal today, and people were just saying, "Oh, you're doing a movie? Yeah, we're just going to be shooting a film. Oh, can I be in it? Can I be?" What I like around here.
Well, that's the same thing as shooting in Vancouver when we were doing Dead Hooker here. Everybody's like, can I be in the movie? Like, we went into one of our national parks, dug a hole, and a ranger came and we're like, oh, great, we're fucked right now. And he was like,
yeah, the scene where we buried the hooker. We just did that in
and he's like, oh, is it a movie? Do you want me to move people out of the way? I'm like, we don't have, no one checks for paperwork or anything.
No.
But is it as common in the UK for movies to get shot? Like, just kind of more indie, do it yourself kind of?
I've been very careful to, funnily enough, we wanted to get onto Transport for London.
Yeah.
And they came back and said, yeah, sure, you can have it for 2 hours. And then they quoted the price. And I thought, yeah, that's literally half my budget just to be able to film for 2 hours. So we moved, basically. And I just thought, because it's tram. So I thought, yeah, I'd really rather do this with permission and really safely. I don't want to.
Oh, yeah, especially if you're going anywhere near there. I think everyone's learned their lessons on just like winging it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So that's what I'm up to. That's why I'm not going to be here next week. I will keep people posted. Next week we'll be kind of launching it properly with Facebook page and a website, and there'll be a newsletter. Particularly the newsletter, to make sure that people can get emails and find out when showings are going to happen, and I can start sharing behind the scenes shots and so on. So yeah, I'm gonna
like that immediately.
Oh, me too. So this show has to hold them over for a week, an extra week.
Yeah.
I hope it's
good. So enough about me and what I've been up to. I just want to get all that out of the way. What have you been so busy? The last time we spoke was with Daniel, and it was about Kill Crazy Nympho's attack.
Oh, that's right. Holy shit, that was a long time ago. Well, that went swimmingly well.
Yeah, that went really well.
I think we got 20K over asking price.
You
So
did.
thank you, everyone.
It was amazing.
And, you know, a sensible artist would just put it into rent or bills or something. But I believe, I don't know if we're allowed to say
You've said it so many times.
Toys.
You're not allowed to say that?
It's our own thing. We're making toys. We're also going to be making limited edition figures from the comic book, kind of like in the pop figure type style.
But not for nothing soon.
For copyright reasons, not at all, but very similar.
You know, just so at the office you could have like a little sister there, and the boss is like, "What's that?" And you're like, "I'm a comic book supporter."
It's a sexy nun. Who doesn't need that?
It's actually radical satire. So
I know the number of times, and people, I think we've had it asked on this show when you've been on before. People have been asking for figigreens of you girls.
Like, no, we've been dying to. I mean, you've only lived if you've been an action figure, as you know that joy. You know that joy of being an action figure.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely right. Yeah, sign me up for those. I shall have that and display them proudly amongst all of you.
I have to send you some. That would be so cute.
It's been brilliant. And when is the comic? Because I mean, I've seen the fact that you sent out postcards which the post office returned because they were obscene.
No, that was part of the marketing. That was part of they haven't stopped us in anything quite yet.
Except ABCs of Death too. That was the last time we were banned.
In Germany.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Germans love us. German officials, I don't think, are too fond of us, but the German people, they love their tentacle porn.
That's right. The last time we were we listened to the show was with Jill. We were typing along for it. Yeah. That was the last one
Yeah.
Last week. How was he?
I watched it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, someone's better.
I don't just say it's my favorite show. It is. So.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
So when are the books coming out? When are the books shipping for Kill Crazy Nympho's?
Next year, although I haven't cemented a date. It's either spring or summer. It's not going to be Christmas, so don't worry. We're not going to wait till the last second like, oh, fuck, we better get that book out.
Yeah.
And how many pages is it going to be now?
Long. It's really long.
I think it's over 150 now.
Yeah.
I think it's, I want to guess 155.
Yeah. Did they get the thong story? I don't think they did.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they got the extra mini story, and they got way more pages because people just at one point was just throwing money at us.
Yeah, thank you everyone who supported that. Like, I was so scared because when you do a Kickstarter, you're like, oh, because people say, oh, if you did something, I'd support it, but then you see other people that have things up and like nobody's doing anything, and you're like, well, it's hard because there's so many cool projects up there, and nobody's. I'm just sitting on a pile of cash, you know.
Yeah, and it was our first one. Everyone says, oh, Kickstarter. People always say Kickstarter like Bob. That's an $8 million movie, and we're not gonna. It's all practical effects. It's a guy in a suit.
That said, if you have $8 million and you want to give it to us,
yeah,
I think I could do it for 5. I could do it for 5.
If somebody walked up to you with $5 million in their hand, you think, yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
I'd be like, fine.
Yeah, we'll cut this. We'll do long angles. We'll do something. We'll
exactly. We'll work it out.
Rubbish solution rather than actual proper prosthetics. It's fine. We'll do something. Cool. We've getting lots of comments coming in whilst I've been talking away.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here around your church schedule.
I know.
That is just such a wonderful image. I can see people rushing home in their beautiful hats and their lovely.
The wings are all shattering.
Absolutely. So next spring, 150 odd. This is going to be a tome when it actually comes through.
Yeah, it's going to be
something else.
It really is.
Yeah, and I'm very hopeful that from the book we'll be able to eventually turn it into a film. I will say, content-wise, definitely get the book because there's going to be stuff that maybe happens off camera.
You're not from the future. You don't know what, you know, in the future they might be like, you know what? It's like The Purge. Today, everything is allowed.
Yeah, I hope in 2016 the censorship boards are just like, you know what? Oh, fuck it. Just moderate yourself.
Just fuck it this year. They'll be like, you know what? Fuck y'all.
People will watch whatever they want anyways. I watched Hellraiser when I was 12.
Speaking of which, so your and Barbie's ears must have been burning yesterday. My mom and my dad were talking about you, all of us were. And my mom got Hellraiser 1 and 2 because she wanted to watch them now that she knows you guys more. And she was like, but which one is the Chatterer? And I explained the one that it was. She was so horrified. She's like, that's why that man, that's why every time I see Nicholas, there's that tooth guy next to him. I'm like, yeah, he's the tooth guy.
Honestly though, that must have felt amazing though, right? To wear every day.
Yeah, I mean, no, to be honest, what really amazes me, I think if you saw it last week, this came from Andrew Tong.
I love that so much.
Isn't it cool? Isn't it just absolutely cool? I mean, Andrew does brilliant. He's done one of Barbie now. He's done one of Female Cenobite and Barbie as well. I think he's going to do all of this at some point and so on. And of course, they are original Victorian photographs he works with, but it's the other ones he does where he just makes there's just something wrong. You realize there's a great spider on somebody's, that dead looking, she's got fangs. And I love his work. I think, it's like yourself, it's that thing, it's not just what it is we did at the time, which was hugely fun, an amazing experience, but it's the fact that it goes on and on. You see all this cool stuff, all this amazing artwork that people do is absolutely extraordinary. So, okay, so and please give my love to your mum and dad, and
I'm gonna have to tell you the reaction now, because she was like, he's so sweet. I was like, he is. The Chatterer is an angel to some.
Hellraiser was one of our very few we had to sneak them movies.
I think she watched like the first 10 minutes, was like, this should be fine, and then left at the let me touch you damn it part for the part that I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Hellraiser is a little like Who Framed Roger Rabbit in that way, that you watch it when you're way too young and you think, wow, this is fucking amazing, but you don't know what the fuck is happening.
And then you watch it and you're like, wait, that's her uncle. What?
Oh, brilliant. Oh, one day I get to meet your mum.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, I'll have breakfast. Invite breakfast together. That would be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got the Kill Crazy. That's coming out, and so I'm really looking forward to that. But sticking with the comics theme for a moment, you did Night Nurse.
Oh yeah, Marvel. Yes, we did.
Should we? Now I have to say, I've not. Marvel are not doing it on the electronic version, as far as I can see. I've been trying to get hold of this on the app.
I'll send you the link. Do you not have it?
I didn't. I'm really bad at getting comics and stuff. And I thought, to be honest, I just thought, great, I'll get it on the Marvel app when it comes up, because I'm so used to it. There's something about the physical thing. You're absolutely right. But I love the app and the way stuff moves around, and you can really zoom in on stuff. But tell me about Night Nurse. What was the experience like of actually writing a comic?
Well, it's our first one published, and we grew up being diehard Marvel fans. I love DC as well, but you can ask me any obscure question about Marvel, and I will know the answer. So as soon as I realized Marvel was an entity that created comic books, we thought maybe like in our 40s or 50s we'd like retire and be able to, start writing there.
It was so weird. Our friend Lauren Sankovic set us up with that. Because we met at San Diego Comic-Con. Appropriately, she used to work for Marvel. She was introduced to us through our friend Matt Banks, and he's like, you are going to love this chick. And I was like, I don't know. And then I fell in love with her immediately. I was like, she's so smart and geeky. I hope she's my friend. And then they were looking for writers for the Secret World thing. And they were excited to have us, which shocked me, because I was like, I would literally eat a glass, to write for you guys anything.
I couldn't believe they knew us. They're like, you know us? I'm like, you're fucking Marvel. Everyone knows you.
Oh, it was so cool. Jake Thomas was the editor that we worked with, and he taught us so much. We've learned a lot about making comic books with Daniel, but we're still in the process of finishing that, and it's like such a huge comic. Mm-hmm. With Night Nurse, we only got 10 pages, and it was this character that there's been 4 different versions of, and she's from back in the day when there was Marvel, and it was just like kind of like a romantic kind of comic adventure. It wasn't like a comic booky adventure. So she's had so many different identities, and for us, we wanted to go back to the history and the roots. So if you didn't know the character, you could learn about the character. But if you knew about the character, it's also kind of like a nice whatever happens to her, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Go to that character's existence.
In 10 pages, we say everything there is to say about Night Nurse, and then some.
Yeah, it's very American Mary meets Mad Max, I think.
Yeah, oh God, definitely.
Yeah.
It even has undertones of the Netflix series where Night Nurse is with Daredevil. She's played by Rosario Dawson. So that's kind of the reintroduction for most people to that character right now. But writing for it, oh my God. It's like no budget and an all-star cast of your favorite Marvel heroes. And they're like, oh, you can't use the Hulk. He's busy right now, but go ahead and...
Can I have a 50-foot demon? You know how expensive that would be on one of my movies? I just get one.
Can we blow shit up? Awesome.
Oh, yeah, it was really cool. And then when we were in New York promoting Hellevator, we also got invited to the Marvel offices, which was like a dream come true.
So good. We stayed for 4 hours.
Yeah, we stayed for a really long time.
That was the longest.
They were so nice. We looked at everything, like everything.
Do they still have the bullpen in the Marvel offices?
Yeah, they totally do. Have you been?
Yeah, because we did Hellraiser comic.
Yeah.
And briefly, I told the story before. And basically, I just flew. I knew I was going to New York. They were just starting the Hellraiser comics. And I literally just walked into the offices and said, and I knew the name of the editor. I got that off Clive and Dan Chichester. And I just said, you know, I'd like to see Dan Chichester. They kept me waiting for 20 minutes, and then this intern came running out saying, Dan didn't recognize the name, but he's so sorry. He got the chapter. He's got to come and say hello. And I literally just pitched him the story that I'd written on the plane on the way over, basically. And I knew nothing. So
That's amazing.
I was brilliant, and it's such a fascinating art form because it's so much more than storyboards where everything's exactly. It's the position, it's the panels. How did you work with your artists? I mean, did you just use? They used to refer to it as the Marvel method, that you write it very sketchily.
I drew it. I drew it out with stick figures.
You know, they say one of the hardest things to get for a non-comic writer is to realize every frame has one beat of action, because it's not like you throw a bomb and somebody catches it or somebody blocks as it's thrown. The bomb is thrown and then you deal with it in the other corresponding panels. For us, because we read so many comics, it was more easy to understand, like, oh, well, obviously this is here and that is here, but also we're like, okay, we want a big splash page of this, and we want this to go across.
So we drew like, this is non-spoilery. This is okay. This is just the beginning.
Okay.
All y'all bought this comic. Thank you so much, because you made it so we can continue working for Marvel. So this is the first page, and there's, someone's doing surgery, and then there's a flashback and surgery and flashback and surgery, and there's 9 of those building up tone. And then big splash page. She's doing brain surgery on herself. Oh, that chick's so hardcore. What's gonna happen? I don't know. I'll send it to you.
Actually, send you a nice hard copy so you can have it, so you can smell it. I love smelling comic books. There's a pile of freshly printed Deadpool comic books, and we went and
so much Deadpool.
They probably think we're insane.
I just feel terribly embarrassed that I haven't actually managed to get hold of it. And it's just like, it's like, oh no, I missed it. Oh God damn it. But what I find fascinating, you just showing that up to me. The interesting, so your 9-panel page was opposite an advert, is that right?
Yes.
So did you know that when you were writing it?
No, I didn't. I didn't want it there because it goes that, but it kind of works because it's the advert and you have like, oh, what's she working on? Then you turn the page and there's the reveal and you're like, oh.
Yeah, because I remember, because when I was writing comics, because I went from writing other stuff and so on, so I was writing 22-page issues, and I used to have this thing laid out so I knew exactly which pages the adverts would be on, because there is that thing of you have to build up to the turn of the page.
Yeah.
And know what your double page spreads are going to be, and so that's brilliant. I'm gonna get hold of a couple.
I want to see your comic book.
Oh well, there's Hellraiser comic. Tell you what, Marvel are reprinting another thing future.
Oh, don't even worry. I'll go right to Marvel and bother them for
Yeah,
it.
go to Marvel and bother them. It's coming out in January. There's a collection of some short stories and Morsigan Goth Immortalis. They're republishing. So basically, when I was writing comics, I was working with people like Mark Buckingham, Liam Sharp. In fact, Mark Buckingham illustrated my, and we were all these guys who just starting out. In the 20s, the late teens, early 20s, and Charlie Adlard, and everybody. I knew all those guys back in those days. But Marvel are reprinting those in January. It comes out. Frontier Comics collection is coming out in January. It's a nice thick. I think it could be because I wrote a couple of introductions for them. Because reading this stuff after 25 years. Is very strange, and trying to remember the whole creative process and so on. It's absolutely fascinating. I was great. So are you able, you said you carry on working for Marvel. Are you able to tell us more about what it is you're going to be doing for Marvel? Is that out?
No.
Moving on.
Very strong asking to do even a Deadpool miniseries. The Deadpool editor wasn't there, so we vandalized his desk and left him a love letter saying why we should do it.
You heard it here first that we're gunning for it.
I was just going to say, I'm amazed you guys just aren't basically camping outside his office waiting.
I know. Well, now that I know how to get into it, I want it. Jordan, you're not safe from me. I will find you.
Oh, that would just be so wicked cool. Absolutely wicked cool. So this was Hellevator, and we're getting in a lot of questions, which I am going to try and get to. Yeah, but okay, cool.
We don't talk enough.
No, we don't have friends.
Okay, so question is how was it working with so this comes to Hellevator, which we'll come back to in a few moments, and so on. But there were a couple of other questions which probably are. He said, I've got these things written down all over the place. I will get organized one of these days. Okay, this is from Joe. Hi, Joe. This was, I don't know Joe's surname because he came through on Twitter.
It's like Cher, it's just Joe.
Yeah, just Joe. It's just Joe. What non-horror franchise would you like to direct?
Do you want to go first?
You can go first. You seem like you have an answer.
I have an answer. Police Academy. I would like to redo the Police Academy movies with the WWE superstars.
That's genius.
Isn't it? I love passionately. I've seen every single one of them. My favorite is number 4, Citizens on Patrol. Tackleberry was my favorite one. And actually, a lot of the superstars have different, they watch that too.
Let's cast it right now.
Oh, okay. Hightower would be Kane.
Kane would be Hightower. Mahoney would be Miz.
Oh, it would have to be the Miz.
Oh wow. What was the chick instructor one?
Oh, I don't know, but I would go Summer.
Summer?
Because she's very strong.
No, I'd make Summer a mean cop. She's so good at being a
There
bitch.
are so many police officers, we can't cast it all. But I would say, I think it would go so well together because those wrestlers already very strong, very physically capable. And they're very well comedically trained.
Oh, they're so funny. Nobody knows how funny they are because it's so serious. But you talk to them and you're laughing your ass off, and you're like, go out there and be able to do that.
It almost feels like Bob Saget because they have like more of my brand of sense of humor, which is not all ages, but it's funny as hell.
That is genius, and I can honestly say I did not see that coming.
I didn't know.
I'd also like to do Highlander. At least, yeah.
Oh.
I feel like there should be one with all the immortals because they're getting closer to the one, right?
Right.
And whether you want to use it to relaunch their franchise or not, I know it's been in development for 7 years, whatever that means, but I'm here ready for it anytime with her.
That would be brilliant. That would be absolutely superb.
Quickenings we would do, and the beheadings and the sword fights.
I used to watch that every Sunday night. It was that in Renegade.
I would come and I'd sing Freddie Mercury at the top of my lungs, and I'd do the sword moves.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And Sean Connery's not acting these days, but I just remember the first one, and Sean Connery, the Spaniard with a Scottish accent, was one of my favorite moments.
You'd have to cameo. You'd have to
bring him and Christopher Lambert back. Be legit. Adrian Paul, no fucking around.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, that's
we answered the fuck out of that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm going to come to another one later on about that. But going back to horror again for just a few moments, Eric Fabiashi asks, what are your current big influences in horror?
Oh, wow.
First, hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric! I thought you said hi, Eric, as your answer. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Oh, you haven't seen Hi, Eric? It's legit.
It's where I get all my motivation from these days.
You know, I can't say his last name. You know Timo? He works with Gareth Evans. They did Macabre, the Mo Brothers. He did Ellis for Libido in ABCs of Death.
He got banned.
Yeah, I think the work he's been doing is absolutely amazing. In VHS 2, he did Safe Haven.
Yeah.
I've not seen that one, but yeah.
The work he's doing is so good. And Gareth Evans, too, even though it's not like traditionally horror, The Raid and especially The Raid 2 were fucking incredible.
The person whose work I'm kind of obsessed with right now is Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett. They are so insanely talented. Have you seen The Guest?
Yes.
Oh my God.
With your man from Downton Abbey.
Yeah, it's just so sexy. Like when he comes in with the kegs and he smokes that blunt, I was like, was this movie made for me?
Where do you want the kegs with one over his shoulder? It's amazing. Like every girl didn't just get up and walk over to him at that point.
Oh, it was so sexy. I love that whole movie when he starts shooting everyone and taking the guns. What the fuck, David? No, I think, and he's doing a Death Note right now. And I cannot wait to see what that's going to be. Like, I mean, Death Note is one of my favorite animes. And the way they get characters and, like, image and tone and the soundtrack is always so killer. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, so those are the two people we're really excited about.
And Sion Sono. I love Sion Sono.
I love Anna Lily Amipour, the girl who did Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
That's
I don't know if you've seen that. Have you seen that?
No. It's just come up on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Don't look anything into it. Just watch it. I had no idea what it was. And then halfway through, I'm like, is this a blank movie? Holy shit. It's so good. So original.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about it before. And this is why it's on my, but to be honest, you know, pre-production for a short film. It's just like my life is not my own. It's just been stupid.
Worry about that during editing when you can't sleep.
That's a very good tip I will take on board. I have to. I do remember one piece of advice you gave me when we talked some time ago about directing movies. Talked about actors. I said, so what about actors? And you said, basically, they have to learn their lines. That's their one job. They have to learn their lines.
That's the one. That's it.
That's the one thing, yeah. And then I realized I've been spending so much. I'm in this short film, and it's like this morning I suddenly thought, I haven't learned my lines. I know I've been looking at this script I'm doing storyboards, and it's kind of like, and I'm kind of assuming they're going to be there, but I haven't actually sat down and learned my lines. I really should do something about this. And John Bennett says, and I will be inviting people on probably in about the next 5 or 10 minutes or so to ask live questions as well, whilst we're chatting away about other things. But what we've talked about, Night Nurse. Hellevator. Just amazing. I saw, because we haven't got it here yet.
I can't believe they haven't like illegally streamed it to the UK, because as soon as the show is announced, the UK is like, yeah, but when are we getting it?
The thing is that one of the channels over there has to take it, and I think they are trying to get it over there. I know as soon as we heard about the show being picked up, we're like, you have to get it to the UK. You don't understand. Those people were the first to support anything.
Nobody likes us as much as the people.
Nobody likes us.
Nobody. When people are here like, oh, are you nervous on television? I'm like, I've been on television since 2012 in the UK.
UK, bless you. You've always supported us crazy Canadians. I don't think anybody would have found us cool had we not gotten the reaction we got from Fright Fest with American Mary. Like, that really set the tone for her career. So anything we could get to the UK, we want to.
Oh God, I can't wait to go back for Fright Fest.
Oh my God. I
have to say thank you so much for that lovely little thing you recorded for Fright Fest, because I was sitting in the front of because I actually managed to make it this year. I was sitting with a whole load with people like Damon and Mark and a whole load of people like I won't name at the moment, but we were just sitting on the so I was literally sitting on the front row looking up and going, it's the Soskas. I'm looking on a huge, great big screen, sending us messages. It's brilliant.
So excited.
We actually filmed that while we were shooting Hellevator.
Yeah, wow, that was so exciting. Talk about the perfect job, though. I don't even know. I think I've peaked. I don't know how I'm going to find a job more enjoyable than the one on Hellevator, torturing people, interactive horror movies, and then you get to be with this idiot cracking jokes.
I'm funny on the show.
She is funny.
I'm mean, though. God, am I mean?
I've seen a 10-minute... Sorry, I was going to say, I've seen a 10-minute trailer, and it looks extraordinary. How did it all come about? You were approached with this idea, I guess?
At the beginning of the year, we didn't know what was going to be the next movie. And when we took our stance on directing, we said we were going to step back from doing anything in front of the camera because we wanted to be seen as directors. So I guess they were hesitant to be like, would you guys ever do TV? And I'm like, I'd love to direct TV. And they're like, what about being in reality TV, which is unscripted, which is basically what a game show is. And
I know. And we were like, directing reality TV or us being the reality?
And they're like, no, you like your personalities. And I've heard people say that our personalities are kind of interesting and weird, but I don't know. We're in this like little relationship.
The show goes all day 24/7 for us. So it loses interest as it goes on.
So we auditioned for this show, which was funny because Jen had seen the press release for Hellevator and was like, oh, that would be the perfect job for us.
I know. And I started like posting it on Twitter and Facebook. Like Blumhouse would be like, hey, she's supporting
Wait
the show.
a minute. Jen favorited this. Maybe she should be the host.
This is my very backwards, soft way of trying to get the job. And then when we did go out for it, they wanted one and they wanted an American. And we blew away their expectations. We campaigned hard to get it. And I was so happy.
They were super cool and super supportive. I mean, they brought us on GSN, Blumhouse, and Matador and Lionsgate. Like, it's so many people working together for this, and I'm so honored to be a part of it. It's all rosebuds, no lemons. Everybody on the team was so, so cool. And we're the biggest Fear Factor nerds in the world. And the Fear Factor team came on to do this. So they would tell us, like, I was cool for the first week, and then I was like, okay, so tell me what happened when you're eating these scorpions on the show. What was that like?
Next to our lair was also creature holding. So no animals, nothing has been hurt except people during the filming of Hellevator.
Yeah.
Not a leech has been hurt, not a cockroach, nothing.
Yeah. It's a great gig.
And so how many episodes have you made?
8.
I think we're in episode 4 now.
The first one that was shown was The Undertaker. Then it was The Asylum.
Yeah.
And then it was, The House of Trapped Souls. And then Murder Castle.
Which was Dr. H.H. Holmes. And
so the 5th one is coming up next.
Yeah. The Twisted Triplets. So there's
Twisted
5
Triplets?
siblings.
Yeah. So far, if you get through the Labyrinth, which is the final level of Hellevator, you compete for $50,000. You have 3 individual challenges, and if you succeed in your individual challenges, you get to face the Labyrinth, which is like the 3rd act of the horror movie, where you have to get the fuck out, grab as much cash, defeat the evil, and get back to the Hellevator.
Yeah, so whatever to defeat the evil is there. It's different depending on what horror movie you're living through. Like, there's a bloody apron, or there's blueprints, or there's a straitjacket.
And whoever makes it to the end becomes either a final girl or a final boy. But we've only had 2 final boys and I think 5 final girls.
Boys don't make it very far. They usually lose first, and I'll tell you why. They come in.
I'll tell you why.
I'll tell you why. They come in overzealous and overconfident. They're like, "This isn't scary. I'm not scared. I'm fine." And
I hate that attitude. Why are you here?
But the thing is, they're fronting for the girls that come in and they're like, I don't want to be here. They make it to the end because they're like accepting it. The whole experience is moving through them. They're not like a rock in the stream.
Yeah.
Like the bro.
Exactly. It's like, basically, it's like every time you watch a horror movie and you're like, I wouldn't go in there. I would do this. Well, Hellevator puts that to the test because you have to survive. the horror movie. And if you're not present, you're not thinking clearly.
Oh yeah, and
these women that freak the fuck out and survive are incredible. Afterwards, we meet them and they are transformed, like Laurie Strode at the end of Halloween.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun to laugh at the contestants because it's always fun to laugh at people like who go through something scary and they're like, ah! And they just, all of us look stupid when we get scared. I'm a big screamer in haunted houses, but I really respect everything that they go through because there's moments where people look, and I've even seen the challenges. I'm like, we're electrocuting people today? No, I don't know if I would be into that.
Because this isn't. I mean, you were talking. I presume, hopefully, jokingly, people are not actually physically injured during the making of this.
No, only one person had, actually twice.
Two trips.
There's blood on the floor. We get blood on the floor, and we tell people never run.
We tell them people don't. Well,
That's how
run.
accidents happen when you're running back to the Hellevator, slipping in blood and intestines.
And we're not just saying it to be cute. We do shoot in a slaughterhouse. Like there's no like it's a slaughterhouse turned into, a fun house.
There's a presence and a smell, but only twice. Only twice have two, and actually both of them became final girls.
Yeah,
both of them did, and they both fell and they cut their knee open.
It's kind of like when you're wearing too high heels and you fall down some stairs. Either you run and wither and go back into your apartment and never leave, or you're like, oh, and you pull your skirt down and keep going far away.
So you've been picked up for a second series? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, we don't know. We
don't know. I really hope so. There's a lot of like, oh, what are you doing next year? But nobody has officially said. So demand 24/7.
Right. Get on Twitter and folks and just keep on, promoting the hell out of Elevate.
Thank you for posting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out of it. That's cool.
Yeah, promote the hell out of Hellevator. Or into Hellevator. Yeah, okay. Tristan Risk says has joined the party. If torturing people on Hellevator pans out for you ladies, then you've a future as hobby domes. Doms. Hobby. I don't understand this reference at all.
She means dominatrixes. I know.
Oh, okay.
Well.
Yeah. Well, I feel it's a niche market for sure.
I feel I could probably do both at the same time. Like I could bring some guy up, chain him in the back of the lair, run the show, and then come back to him after. A lot of guys that would pay good money for that. We'll see if it improves.
No, I'm going to read out a few questions. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to invite people on. If you let me know, folks, that you wanted to come on, I'm going to try and get you onto the show. Naturally, more people asked to come on live than I can possibly fit in. So I am going to send out the invitation to you now, guys. And we'll just see who actually manages to get on. Jamie Green says, by the way, I want to go on Hellevator just so Jen can tell me, get the hell off my Hellevator.
Jamie,
it was in that
get
voice.
the hell off my Hellevator.
That's it.
Happy face for life. Don't listen to her, y'all. She's.
See, you're scaring me now.
No, you actually. I think we should have a Cenobite episode.
I think we should have a Cenobite episode.
That would be amazing.
Raise some hell while you're going down.
Mary and like Doug arguing. No, you go. You go. I'm not going.
Well, that looks dreadful. I'm definitely not doing it.
That's just absolutely wonderful. That would be absolutely brilliant. Oh, I'd love to be on this. There was people were asking, not only was in the show going to become over here, but if we get any chance of actually bringing the show to the United Kingdom.
I would love that. There have been season 2 has been guaranteed yet, but there has been a lot of people kind of talking that maybe we'll take Hellevator on the road.
Oh, that would be wonderful. An international edition. Steve Zarebski has just joined us. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Steve.
And Steve's on. Steve, if you just unmute yourself. And I can hear other people dinging and trying to get in as well. That's it. Steve, I think we can hear you.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Do you have a question for Jen and Sylvia?
Any chance of doing like an X-Men or a Spider-Man comic ever?
Oh my god! I wish! That's so awesome!
I love that. Without getting too much into it, I think Spider-Man before X-Men because there's
Because I don't know, I'm a huge Spidey fan.
Yeah.
I would pass Spidey. We have one Spidey here. Get him.
got him.
Get him.
Aw,
Not a fake geek girl.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that remembers Renegade.
Oh, dude, right?
Renegade
Yeah.
and Highlander back to back.
He was like the littlest hobo, but he was like a hot biker. Lorenzo Lamas, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just chucked your Spider-Man. He's fine.
Jessica Jones is on Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah, coming up.
Oh crap! I didn't even know what day it was. I knew it was Sunday. I knew it was chattering.
I understand how that feels. Jamie Green has joined us. I can see your picture. Well, I can see a picture. Jamie, are you there? Jamie Green. I think Jamie Green may be trying to join us.
Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. Good picture. It's with us.
Yeah. Whilst we're trying to get, thank you very much, Steve. Stay on for a moment if you wish. Kim Lehman asks, have you had a favourite episode of Hellevator so far?
Oh, of the ones that have aired. Also, hi, Kim. How are you? Of the ones, God, I've really liked the tone of a lot of them. But you know what? The next episode that's coming up is the one that we shot as the pilot, and they released them out of order or whatever. This one we had a lot of fun with. I don't know how much made it into the edit, but there's one it's
my
a Boston
future
team.
husband. Let's just say my future husband's
Our
future husband.
We're gonna timeshare him.
Yeah.
But it's 3 people from Boston.
Boston Brian.
Brian from Boston is this big, beautiful stud.
Yeah,
and he don't like us very much.
Well, he didn't know
everybody.
Twins.
Oh yeah, Brian did not know what we look like. But Brian, if you're listening and if you're watching, you can still make nice with this, Brian. You still can.
Yeah, Hellevator's a great place to start a relationship. Damon!
That's Don. Don has joined us. Damon has joined us. John.
Hello again, Don.
At the moment.
Hi, John.
Hi, guys.
Hi, you two.
Hi, John. This feels like going to a rave.
This is like chat roulette, but on like acid. Nice.
Massive scale.
Like chat roulette. No one's jerking off.
Oh,
Nice to see you again, Don.
Hello there.
cool. All right,
Oh,
so,
boy.
folks, thank you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Just whilst you, John, let's start with John. John Ginder, do you have a question for the girls?
Oh, do I have a question? I wanted to say I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you guys again, and I am loving your shows.
Ah, thank you. Is Jen a bitch on the show, though, John?
I am.
She's a good bitch.
Yeah, that is true.
In a sisterly way.
Oh my god, that was the best answer. Are you a good bitch or a bad bitch?
I'm a good bitch, and they're trying to take my fucking money.
And I keep trying to click my shoes and wind up in Vancouver, but it's not working. I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you guys again, and I am loving your shows.
Oh, thank you so much for watching. Please leave every TV in your house on GSN.
I have it being DVR'd on 2 different TVs.
Thank you. DVRing, it helps with ratings.
It does. It does.
Awesome.
Yeah, I usually tweet along with a bottle of Jack while I'm watching it.
Got a weird audio lag on my end, so I hope you're hearing me okay.
I'm hearing you guys great. It does
Yeah.
feel like telepathic powers, and I'm having pieces of everyone.
And Steve just joined in during that. John, thank you very much indeed. Steve just joined in during that to remind people that there's a tweet along as well during the show.
That's how I keep in touch with it, since I don't get GSM.
Every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, We do a tweet along on Twitter. I'm at @twisted_twins, and Jen is at
Hellevator Show. Yeah, I take over the Hellevator account. I watch my dirty mouth, but Sylvia doesn't have to.
I don't have a what, dude? Because she looks like me, everyone thinks I have a dirty mouth. I hardly fucking swear.
I do. That go over the kids' heads, maybe?
No, it's not borderline. It's called inappropriate. It's not like, I don't think I said anything over anyone's head. It's just, you know.
I don't think I said anything really not PC. But I think I'm gonna spend this Wednesday just sexually harassing Brian from
he's
Boston.
So hot. Like, he's already a winner. No matter what we do to him.
We give him a Hellraiser makeover. We chain him up.
Oh, yeah. It's so
That sounds fun.
In the advertisements, there's a mask and somebody's in a straight jacket covered in chains. And the cutest thing is I got to do that test with Jen. And I sent a picture, and my mom has it framed in her family house of me in a straight jacket covered in chains, and Jen's next to me like,
with a Hannibal Lecter mask over her head.
Yeah, our family we look like a little troop of serial killers, or the Addams Family, if you didn't really know what was up.
God, what I wouldn't do for an Addams Family movie.
Yeah, we'll take that too.
Yeah, we'll put it on.
That's absolutely good. We've had some great people join us, and Jamie Green joined first of all. Jamie, if you'd like to unmute yourself, if you can work out how to do that.
This is very exciting.
He's very
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, Jamie!
Hey, how are you all?
I'm chilling like a villain. You know how it is.
Good, caffeinated.
I woke up halfway through the show, actually. Did you? At the beginning, I think it was just like, ah!
I was just shit until then. Just absolute garbage. At the halfway point, we kind of hooked it up.
That's not true. You're great. You're delightful, right, Nicholas?
Absolutely. Duh.
Hey, we're friends.
Jamie, do you have a question for Jen and Sylvia?
I guess, like, how did y'all get involved in writing for Shane McKenzie's Wet and Screaming?
Oh, that was through the fantastic Gigi Salguero? Is that how you say last name?
I was like, how do you not know? Yeah, Gigi Salguero.
I almost tripped over Gigi's first name, which is the weirdest thing, because we're doing a movie together. We had a production meeting for it, and like, as soon as it was done.
No, she's an amazing directress, and all of her things are written, the screenplays are written in part by Shane McKenzie.
Who's super talented.
And he's wicked talented. And he actually said, hey, would you write an intro? And then he said, would you write a short story?
Yeah.
And I said, I didn't realize anyone cared about our short stories, but yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, because when we used to write short stories in elementary school, our teacher would always call our parents or take us aside and be like, are you okay? And we'd be like, yeah. And they'd be like, there's a lot of dark suicide in this, so I'm just wondering, are you okay? Or...
It's just very graphic for children to write. But yeah, that's when we got involved. We were stoked to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I'm
Brilliant.
stoked people bought it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. If you bought it, one of those.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's
Soon.
And if you're in the...
Nice,
oh my god, fuck yeah!
This is Sandra. I was just boys, I know you're waiting, but I'd just like to add Jonathan Hughes has got one as well, and everyone's showing up there. Just rubbish. I can't. But Sandra. Hello, Sandra.
Hello.
Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Hello,
Any
Sandra.
other
Your
questions?
eyebrow game is on point, girl.
Sorry?
Your eyebrow game is on point.
I'm learning.
Hello again, Sandra.
Hello, Steve. Hello, everybody. So, how are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Caffeinated, but probably another one of these soon.
Yeah. Okay, so my question, it's a fun question. If you had, budget wasn't an issue, travel wasn't an issue, you had a free-for-all to film a feature, and you had different locations in the world, what would be the top 3 locations?
Go ahead.
Well, the top 3 locations? You feel like you have an answer.
every location in Survivor. Chuck Palahniuk's book about a suicide cult featuring identical twins, one of them named Adam. That was supposed to be my name. This should be mine.
I know, he's 33. We're turning 33 next year. The proud age of Henrik Sedin's
He's
number.
immersed in and I would just need the Super Bowl once.
One Super Bowl.
One Super Bowl.
Just
That's
one.
like full and try it.
I'm sure people would love to film it during the halftime show. Hey guys, instead of Beyonce, we're just gonna film something.
Wait, can you wait 2 seconds? We need to get this shot.
B, I'm gonna let you finish.
The second would be the Porn Fields, which I feel is also a very expensive location.
Porn fields?
Yep, in Pornville. You'll get to it. And then the number one would be the sinking ship that the two characters waltz in the very beginning of the book.
Wow, that's a fucking expensive movie.
3 really expensive things. That was an excellent question. And I'd also like to shoot in Japan because I really want to go, but there's no point for that book. I have no reason.
To say something opposite, I would do Elizabeth Bathory's story in France, and I would do it in the castles, and they'd be
Hungary,
like,
not France.
no, oh God, sorry, I was obviously France on the mind.
Yeah.
No shit. But yeah, in Hungary, and you know, all the pretty castles.
Yeah.
All the way too expensive. Like, oh, how much is this corset? 5 figures? Cool, put it on her.
That works. Okay.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much indeed, Sandra. I'm just going to mute you. Stay around for, if you'd like. I'm going to start moving to some of the boys, and let's start with Damon. Hello, Damon. Would you like to unmute yourself, Mr. Rickard? Let's see if he's going to.
Hello.
Oh, yes, there he is. Hi,
Hello.
Damon.
Hey. Hi, guys.
Come
Hi.
back here.
Yeah, come here.
Come back to America
Okay.
with your fine cousin Eric.
Well, he's always there.
Oh, then I guess I don't really need you to hang out with him. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Damon, come hang out with me. I don't know.
Okay, screw you, Sylvia. I'm hanging out with Jen.
I don't mean it. It's just weird. How are you? You were so polite and I said something mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you're a bit shit.
Do you have a
Anyway,
question for Jen and
I
Sylvia,
do,
Damon?
actually. So far, for me, I've only done stuff that I've written. How different is it for you guys directing your own stuff compared to directing something somebody else has written?
Oh, yeah. Well, when Jennifer and I come onto a project, especially something that we haven't written the source material for, we always have a pass on it. Always. It's always been very collaborative. The only time I see we've had projects where we haven't continued with them is that there was no creative input whatsoever. And for us, I feel like from everything that we've done to get to this certain point, I don't want to do any projects that I'm not personally excited to see. And every movie is kind of cool because, like, I'll get a script. Like, for Vendetta, I love Vendetta. Justin Shady is such a cool graphic artist, like, writer and artist. So you get that kind of style through the whole thing. So it was just, like, a great opportunity to make something that violent, especially starring Dean Cain, who, when he kills someone, it's just better. It's just better because you never see it.
It's just fucking hot. Also, I think as writer-directors, it's really important for us to, obviously, there isn't a realistic situation on set where the writer is sitting there and the director is sitting there because there's no place for, once the train has left the station, there's no time for, like, oh, I was wondering this. It's like, nobody's wondering anything. I'm wondering if I can get my day, basically. But we'd love to talk with the writer and, you know, get in there and say, what is the point of the film? Because I won't make a film if there's no point in it. If it's like we have $2.5 million and this guy available for the next 2 weeks, that's a shitty reason to make a film.
Yeah, and it's so collaborative, too. Like, the actors always bring so much of their own dialogue and their own stuff, especially into the ones that we haven't necessarily written ourselves, because we're like, well, what would you see for this character? And it's just everybody's kind of working together to make the films as strong as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah. And when you do something with someone else, when there's a script already existing, it's a lot like you're being hired to do this for a client.
Yeah.
Because if people wanted American Mary, it would have been a fuck of a lot easier to make in the first place.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted once it was released, but, you know, our original stuff is a little bit clivey.
Yeah, we'll get it, man. We'll get it. But we have 2 scripts right now that we haven't written at all, and I love them. One's by a dude, one's by a chick, and both of them are so unique and so different and so cool. And I'm like, I would fucking direct the shit out of this. Like, and then there's not much to change. You're like, oh wow, this almost feels like it came out of my sensibilities of things that I'm into.
And things always change. The longer you're working on a project, you can read something, be like, fuck, perfect, I can film it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then in a week, God knows how many things are like, okay, well, we can't use the church, so it's got to be this instead. Or this guy is afraid of fucking spiders, so we can't put a spider in this scene. Yeah. Or we use a stand-in because he's being a little bitch.
When are you doing a feature, Damon?
Yeah.
When I can get some money. I've got a script with a couple of producers.
Good answer. You should tangerine it. You should iPhone film.
I've thought about doing it. Well, I've got one that I'm writing to try and do it that low key.
Yeah.
I've got one written. It's with I've managed to pitch it to Spectravision, and they've said they want to read it.
That's awesome.
With a producer over here, and Tristan has read it. Might be interested.
I love her.
She's a get. I love her.
Yeah, so we'll just see if that gets some legs and goes somewhere. But that would be a slightly bigger budget than an iPhone. But so I want to do something low key. But you guys still haven't seen my second one.
Send it to me.
Send it.
Oh, can you?
Can you send it, or is it like secret?
Well, I can, but just don't tell anybody.
Don't worry. Don't think anyone's gonna hear it in this private
Okay.
conversation between me and you.
Okay, just between us. Cool.
Okay, you're not sending it to me.
No, not at all.
Interesting. You mentioned Tristan there, who's just. Thank you very much indeed, Damon. Is it Tristan Risk asks to Jen and Sylvia? Is it easier to assert your visions now that you have more of an established brand, or do you encounter static coming through when you vocalize your input?
Wow, that's actually a really good question. I would say that absolutely. I know that the more films you make, the more successful they are, and the more followers you have, and the more notoriety you have, and the more times you come under budget and your films overperform, the more you can just be like, with Dead Hooker and American Mary, it was tough. I mean, when you're proving yourself, you're basically saying, oh, I'm an artist, I know what I'm doing, it's going to be great, without actually having delivered it yet to be like, well, look at the fan base, look at people cosplay our characters, people get tattoos of our characters. I mean, that's fucking insane. You don't get that all the time. But I will say that a lot of no's have become yeses. Things that I couldn't get a year ago are much easier now. And the most fucked up thing to say is I haven't made any new films this year, but I'm hosting a game show, and all of a sudden everyone's like, I like that director in that game show. I mean, I haven't made a new film for them to be like, oh yeah, I fucking love that film. But the game show stuff, they're like, working with Blumhouse.
Yeah, it was really the strangest thing ever to be recognized, especially in the United States, because we're not used to that. Yeah. And then people are like, oh, you direct movies too, and it's kind of weird to have made 4 feature films, and people be like, I saw you on TV. How do I know you? Her hair was poofy. I think no matter where you are in your career, people are always going to say no to you. You're always going to hear no. And the most important thing, I think, is to take the high road. Because I see this on social media all the time. People being like vaguely passive-aggressive about something. And it's like
the Facebook statuses that start, just so you know.
Well, the thing is, it's a really hard industry. And there's not many places at the table. You have to fight really hard for every time that you eat. And the thing is, you have to work so hard. And someday you're going to work with somebody who told you that you were worthless 5 years ago, and you don't air that dirty laundry, and then that person sees you again. And people change. Like, everybody has at least 2 years in their life where they're a total piece of shit. Maybe you ran into that person during that. Like, it's good to have a very strong reputation no matter what. And I think that really helps us with what we do. People, when they get a movie or hire Jen and me, they know exactly what they're going to get because we've done it so many times before. But there's still some things that I wish I mean, I feel like we get away with murder. Like, a lot of the times I'm like, oh, I got a concession on that. But, yeah, I still made a movie where a girl took off her vagina and nipples and said, you can't own me. So I feel like I still get away with a lot. And that was the second one. I mean, we had a guy go down on Katie and See No Evil 2 while looking at dead Kane. That's pretty, like, tell 12-year-old me that was going to happen. Like,
that's a brilliant answer. It's a great question and a brilliant answer. I've got a couple of questions coming in before I bring in Jonathan. I'll be bringing you in next, Jonathan. And these are from Vamp Hound 87. I had two really kind of interesting questions. Any chance of an American Mary prequel telling more of Beatrice's story?
It's so interesting. Go ahead. Is there more to the question?
And there was a follow-up question as well, and is there any chance of a Soska vampire movie? But I really liked the Beatrice question.
Do you want to do the vampire one? Answer, and I'll do the Beatrice one?
Yes.
Well, it's funny because when we made American Mary, that was after Dead Hooker, that was our first like big serious one. So everyone had these really lush backstories. Like Beatrice had years of being a dancer, and you can kind of tell that she relied on that persona to make her feel safe in what she was doing and kind of distance herself from reality. And there was so much of that, and obviously to me it feels like it because I made it up with her. And she had a relationship with Ruby, and she was paying for these surgeries for her, and they kind of went up together, and they had this kind of really interesting romantic relationship. And it wasn't until I was shooting the scenes in the veterinary clinic that I realized these bitches didn't even talk to each other once in the movie, and I was like, fuck! How did I never have them talk to each other? They had such strong emotions to each other, and they're in the same place, but they're never in the same room. And that's why Jen and I said that we would do two other movies. One would be called American Black, where you follow the doctors, and it's the same timeline, and the third one would be American Doll, where you follow the Beatrice and Ruby to get to that point. But I think that, I don't know, maybe there's a comic book, maybe there's a different way to do that storyline. I'd love to have it. I think Tristan's game, I talked to her yesterday, but every time I see Tristan, I'm like, are you down? And then we'd look at each other like, one day, girl.
Also, American Mary was told from Mary's perspective, so we never got to really learn or see anything more than what Mary saw or what she kind of suspected around her. That's why we were going to do the other two films, because it was going to overlap at the same time, but it was going to be the perspective of those different characters, so you kind of fill in the blanks of, oh wow, that was Dr. Black who took off at the beginning of the film. Holy shit, that guy's like the white rabbit that started all this shit, and he drugged Mary. Fuck this guy, I hate him, although he's a lovable son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He's one of the most likable characters in the whole thing. Yeah. Even though he's a horrible piece of shit.
That's because Nelson Wong is likable even when he's being a fucking motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like all the people that fantasize about Pinhead. I've read the fan fiction. I know it exists.
It's not me. I don't write it. I
Just sitting at home. And as far as a vampire movie, I would love to do a vampire movie. I would love to. You know, people are going to get pissed off for me saying this, but I'm going to say it.
Oh, I'm so scared right now.
The Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice.
Oh, you're going to bitch on that.
That was my Twilight growing up. And, you know, in this season, in this world of remakes, did I love Interview with the Vampire? Yeah, I loved Interview with the Vampire. I think it lends itself to a very Highlander-esque television series. I don't know why they don't just rip all those characters, Lestat, Louis, Armand, Marius, all of those mofos, throw their asses into a TV series, and you can have like big moments, you can have small moments, but they're such rich characters.
Brian Fuller should do it, just from what Hannibal had.
Brian Fuller's doing vampires on American Horror Story Hotel right now.
That's Ryan Murphy.
Whoa, my
Brian
God.
Fuller is
I got my
Hannibal.
showrunners wrong. No, actually, Brian Fuller would probably do an amazing job of
He
it.
would do an amazing
Please
job.
hire us, Brian.
Just one episode.
But I'd love to do my own style of vampire movie, but if I could pounce onto something, oh my God, the Anne Rice Vampire Chronicles, because people have only seen like really this much, and the characters themselves are so rich. I mean, again, check the fan fiction online. Really.
Well, I mean, I remember reading Interview with a Vampire long before the movie came out, and I thought, I mean, it's just amazing how much of that movie I can remember.
Oh yeah.
The moments where Tom Cruise takes him up through the rigging, and they're flying up together at the very beginning, and so on, and it's just with Armand, and so on, and the child, and being in the bottom of the pit.
Oh yeah, and she's ashes, and he touches her, and she turns to ash on his beautiful face.
Oh, is it beautiful? God. I didn't notice.
Oh my God, when they're casting, they're like, hey, who are the most beautiful men in the world? Okay, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Antonio Banderas, and it was going to be River Phoenix. that was going to be in the Christian Slater role.
Yeah.
When it was first being developed. That would have been the sexiest
did not
movie of
know
all
that.
time. No offense to you, Christian Slater, but that was like, that's a little nugget for you interview vampire fan.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
If you
Absolutely brilliant. Okay.
nugget, Catherine Isabel actually auditioned for Claudia.
Oh, wow. See,
Right? Imagine how fucking different that would be.
that would be extraordinary. Jonathan is being very patient. Jonathan, would you like to unmute yourself? And I haven't forgotten you, Don. I promise I haven't forgotten you. I can see you there.
I was going to say, let
Shut
Don
up,
go ahead
Anna.
before me. But, you know. Okay, I just want to quickly announce that I last night donated to the Soska's newest project, which is the O Lantern family with Masters FX. Just do a little donation.
Thank you!
And,
You're the best. That's fucking awesome. What did you get, Jonathan?
I'm the first to acquire your little tattoo, kiss tattoos.
And the signatures? Nice.
Yeah, so the first, yeah, I'm the first, so like, yes. Okay, and Amanda Oaks says hi as well. She's at a baby shower.
Hi, Tara. Where is she? Sleeping? No, she's in church.
No, she's at a baby shower.
Get everyone. Can't get everyone.
Yes, sir. Okay, so my question is, and I'm glad you ain't brought it up, thank God. You are very soon, hopefully, appearing in a movie with a good friend of yours, Miss Lisa Ovies, on Puppet Killer. What can you tell us about that?
Well, what I would like to say, and this is kind of an exclusive for this show too. Jen and I always support women in film, but we decided to put our money where our mouth is. Is that correct? Lisa produced our last 2 PSAs, and now Lisa is directing her first feature film, Puppet Killer, which is a really dark satire on slasher films. Jennifer and I are in it. Lee Majdu from See No Evil 2 is in it. Alex Ponovic, who starred...
He's in Vendetta.
Yeah, he's in Vendetta. He's starring in it. Gigi's in it. So many people. I
don't know if we can say everyone.
Okay, I don't
Who's
even...
in it.
Yeah, but so we're producing it for her, and I want to make sure that movie happens. She's insanely talented. She's so driven, and I just cut you off before you asked your question, but it's true. It's happening.
Yeah, no, he asked what we can say about it. I can also say, it's fucking amazing. It's really good. We're going to be doing it over Christmas, and I like sitting on my ass and doing nothing. That's like #1 on the list. But before #1 on the list is helping another first-time female filmmaker make her first film. What I wouldn't have given to have that on Dead Hooker. Well, it trained me up hard.
But the dream is for Jennifer and I to get our own studio, so we can not only self-finance our own films, but finance other filmmakers that we feel like really stand out. People, like, there's so many great filmmakers out there, and you see them make a great independent, just like Jen and I did with Dead Hooker. And then you see them struggling to get the next film made, and people don't understand. You can make a great first film. People are still not going to fucking hire you. You can make 2, 3 films. People are still not hiring you unless people go out and support each other. So that's why I'm so grateful. Like, supporting Kickstarters, supporting posting, and doing things like that. Like, it makes these projects have a life that wouldn't normally happen.
You'll probably hear a lot more about Puppet Killer over the next little while. And Nicholas, we should probably bring Lisa on sometime. You would love her.
Yeah, she's sick.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Yeah, that sounds like a great... I look forward to that. And what's the first film that... No, this is the... Puppet Killer is her first film.
It's called Puppet Killer.
And this is going to be her first film, and you're filming it, did you say, over Christmas? Is where it's
in Vancouver.
Yeah.
That sounds very cold.
It's going to be fucking crazy cool. And it's nice because, you know, a lot of people, like, we've been working in studio movies. We have a TV show, and I love independent. I don't want to go back. Like, I never want to be like, oh, never mind independent. I always want to, like, support it because, you know, who knows what cool person will spread out. People supporting us made it possible for us to keep doing this stuff, so it's cool.
I look forward to meeting Lisa, and definitely once the movie's up and out and we can really help promote it when it's going on, you know, release or festivals or something like that. Excellent. I'd love to. That sounds really, really interesting. I love the title apart from anything else. Puppet Killer is a
it's
really,
good.
it's a really interesting concept. Sounds very, very good. Ron Mackenzie is trying to join us, so he may be joining us in a few moments. He may be having a few technical issues. I haven't given up. I will invite you again, Ron. But Don, Mr. Pettit, would you like to unmute yourself, please? He's looking at the camera. He's pressing the camera, and he's unmuted. Yes! Hi, Don.
Good narration, Nicholas.
Wow, watch out, Morgan Freeman.
I was just compared to Morgan Freeman. That's amazing.
Good.
No, every time he gets me to mute and unmute, the phone, it doesn't like doing what it's supposed to do, and I always have problems. He ends up laughing at me for the rest of the show, usually afterwards.
Can I ask you the craziest question ever? Is that a John Wayne Gacy behind you?
That is a pogo, John Wayne Gacy, right up there, and painted by. It's not an original Gacy. I wish it was, but it's a reproduction right to the T. If you look at it.
Like it.
Yeah, that was painted by Sandra.
Fuck off. It looks like a serial killer did it. Good job, lady.
You little serial killer.
Sandra, would you like to unmute yourself as well, just so you can join in on this as they're calling you serial killer? You may want to defend yourself. You may be delighted by that statement.
Be still my beating heart.
Yeah, that I'm very proud of that.
Psychopath had painted that. Very well done.
Thank you.
No,
that was
large.
That was one of Dawn's birthday presents from me.
That's awesome.
Killer.
Mm-hmm. It pulled a tear when it happened. It definitely pulled a tear.
I'm not surprised. Don, do you have a question for Jen and Sylvia?
I do have a question. I have a question, and I have a very quick something that I have to show the two of you. The question is, now, if you're able... Pardon?
I said, sounds legit.
Oh, okay. The question is, if you were to take one person, alive or dead, doesn't matter the profession, serial killer, whatever, whether... If you were able to take one person throughout history and torture the living fuck out of them in the Hellevator, who would it be and why?
Wow. Who would be the best person to torture in Hellevator?
I would say probably for me, Dr. Mengele. I would like to show up and be like, what up, twins retribution, bitch?
That's so
Yes.
I would be like, let's find out a little bit more about human anatomy.
And here I am thinking about actors who would be the funniest reaction. Oh, well, he was still around.
You're here thinking like, I wonder if Chris Tucker would react.
I was literally thinking Charlie Chaplin. I was like, he'd be fun to see him say motherfuck.
Oh, Dr. Mengele, I'd torture him.
Torture somebody.
To torture, but like perform torture? So I would take a Final Girl. I'd take a Sigourney.
Oh, yeah, I want a Final Girls episode. I really do.
That would be so fun.
But it might make sense to have the Final Girls in the control room so they can say, hey, when I do that, I usually die, so this is what we should do.
I would never go through the challenge. Never.
Aww.
I love the challenges, too. I love them from my chair watching
Jen
them.
didn't electrocute herself. I did.
No.
I like going through the challenges.
You know, I'm one of those people when someone says, oh, this smells terrible. I'm like, I'll take your word for it, bro. That's cool. You smell that.
And I'm all like, give it here. Let me see. You're right. It does smell terrible.
Those shocks.
I still haven't seen a single episode yet. I can't get it out here. I can't get it here.
You don't have
I
GSM.
cannot get GSM. Nope.
And you don't have
I've seen the 10-minute trailer. That's it.
Wow.
So I get a feeling.
To narrate it to him. It didn't work.
Yeah, she gets it. So like she'll sit there on the phone and she'll be like, all right, this is what they're saying. This is what's happening. I'm like, ah! So I have a gist of what's going on, but I don't exactly know hence.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet.
I think some people have stolen it off Hulu and put it on YouTube. I don't know if that's good or bad or whatever. I know it's in demand. It may be.
Okay, I'll keep.
But I haven't checked.
I'll keep an eye on that.
The
thing I have to show you. Oh, what was that?
You're going to show us something. Yes.
You guys have the one of these, This is the other one I don't think you've seen yet. Now, this was the other one that came with the one that was sent to you not too long ago. But that would be the incesticide one.
Oh, that's
sick!
There was two of them that came.
Hold on,
You've
Don,
got the
can you
one,
just
and
go
that's
back
the
again?
other.
Don, can you just go
What's that?
back again and show us again? Sorry, we missed. I missed. It's my fault. It's my fault. I should have been faster on the camera. Let me just focus on that. This is what we're looking at, folks. This is a Nirvana. Just for when I put this out on the podcast. Explain a little about what it is I'm looking at.
Basically it's a gold record award that came straight from MTV Studios.
That is awesome.
For incesticide, and the girls have the in utero one that came again straight from the studio room.
That's excellent. That's really, really excellent.
I'm gonna steal it.
His jacket, his cardigan just sold at auction for $250K.
I saw that.
The first time I ever met Don, he gave me this, which is Kurt Cobain's guitar string. It's right here in my office, and every time I have a shitty day, which never happens, I always touch it. I'm like, oh, no shot.
Did you watch Montage of Heck yet?
Pardon?
Did you watch Montage of Heck?
I did watch Montage of Heck. I actually felt it was like going through the garbage on his life. Because he said that he really didn't like to be humiliated, and then I watched 90 minutes of humiliation for him, and I was like, I respect his music, I respect his process, that's fucking sweet.
In the nicest way, I felt the documentary was the "This is how I knew Kurt Cobain" show, and it wasn't really about Kurt, it was all about this is how I feel about somebody else. I hate it when somebody dies or there's a tragedy and everyone's like, today, don't forget about me. I'm sad about Kurt. You know who was the most sad? Probably Kurt. Kurt was the most sad. We were having a sad competition.
Yeah, I thought it bummed me out. It did bum me out. A lot of
It
people.
really bummed me out.
Yeah? The animation was great. And the music was fucking stellar. Although I think they could have used the music a little better because you had all of Nirvana's, soundtracks.
I don't know. I think I'm getting softer in my old age. I'm like, oh, that's sad. Like, leave it be. Like, there has to be some mystery to life, right? Not so much digging through the garbage and being like, oh, that's how they die. It's
That's why you're the John Lennon out of the two of us.
You're the McCartney.
I know.
Well, that's a wonderful analogy. I never thought about it. No.
So what we do is we gotta get Nick on Hellevator, and you have to get Nick all dressed up in the Chatterer stuff, and then you have to feed him about 10 Red Bulls and send him after your guests.
I don't know if I have enough money to pay poor Nick that.
You know what? We should find out who owns the
Listen, let's be honest, folks. We all know what a scaredy cat I am. It's not getting me into the elevator, and let's face it, you wouldn't get me in the costume in Chatterer or anywhere close. I'm more of a butterball these days than I am a Chatterer.
Would probably just send some poor soul in the prosthetics and be like, yeah, just don't talk, which is pretty much how the fuck would you even talk like that, right?
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah,
that was totally there.
For putting me in as one of the contestants, that would be far more hilarious. No, it's not nice. I don't like it. Yeah, that would be.
I want to do a Cenobite episode. It would be great and put you guys through hell.
It would be like angels to some.
I kind of want to do both, though. I kind of want to do the contestant part as well, and then come back and be come and be one of your baddies and chase and scare people. That would be very cool. I'd really enjoy doing something like that. I want to bring.
Picking Nick is because he jumped at everything at Fright Fest. Everything.
It's absolutely. Listen, I give the best audience possible if you're doing a horror movie because I am just so involved. There is the screen and that is my world. I completely zoned in on it, which means I leap up in my seat if at certain points during a movie.
We're the two assholes laughing during those parts.
There was one thing I wanted to touch on, girls, because we've been going for an hour and a half now. I do have to bring this to a close at one point. Can you tell me about the O'Lantern family? And because this is new to me, this obviously means an awful lot to people. and what the O-Lanterns are and what it is you're doing with the O-Lanterns.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's no secret that we love Todd Masters. We're pretty much interchangeable. And 30 years ago, when he was just 19 and starting out, he came up with these O-Lanterns. And they're, because if you know Masters Effects, they are the creature character shop, bar none, recognized across the world. And when he was starting out, he made these really like funny-faced characters that are foam latex, and it just went batshit. They sold like fucking crazy. But now, you know, when you're a young artist, you don't know about the rights and the patents and any of that kind of crap. So it kind of fizzled out after it was a huge success. I mean, it was in Time magazine.
Hillary Clinton had one. Michael Jackson had one. It was like,
it was everywhere. And now it's the 30-year anniversary coming up, and we are bringing them back. And, you know, we can't do any, we're the Soska twins. We can't do anything like quietly. We are going to be joining forces with Todd Masters to be delivering an animated Halloween special, which is going to be in part stop motion, part practical effects, and part seamless visual effects to make an all-star kind of Halloween special about the O-Lantern family with guest voices such as Charles Fleischer, Roger Rabbit, one of my fucking favorites, Seth Green, Claire Grant, Lawrence Harvey, Tristan Risk, and we have more names that we're announcing. I think we did announce John Cassera, the Crypt Keeper, as well.
And Martin Olson is going to be doing an original song as well.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fucking awesome. It comes out next year. It's gonna be released next year. I'm thinking an hour special, an hour long. It might be a half hour, depending on which, you know, how much we edit it. Yeah. But it's going to be completely amazing. Right now we have an Indiegogo campaign going where you can pre-buy your own little O-Lanterns. You can get brooches with me and Sylv. You can even, as Jonathan got, our autographs and our kisses, so you can have them tattooed on temporarily. Some people have them permanently, and you guys are awesome. Obviously, you guys are our favorites.
Yeah. There's a party with the cast in Los Angeles, which is also a perk. There's like a ton of stuff.
Really cool incentives. I think the party is like my favorite one because it's like a VIP thing at Masters Effects. You watch your movies, you hang out with the cast and crew and everything. So it's in the development right now. The products 2016 is going to belong to the O-Lantern family, so you might want to get on it now. We also have private investors in addition to the Indiegogo campaign. So when people are like, "Oh, that's a lot of money," we're gonna be okay. Please help us.
Filmmaking,
but this is coming.
It sounds absolutely wonderful. It sounds really, really interesting.
I backed it last week.
Thank you, Steve.
And I just have to say, I'm going to quickly share Sandra, because Sandra's got a cat.
It's Lola.
It's Yoda.
Lola.
Lola.
Hi. Oh, you're so lucky you're not getting clawed right now. Hi, baby.
No. Oh no, Lola only claws at me. She doesn't like me.
Calicos are fucking bitches. I should
She doesn't
know.
like guys, so it works.
My Siamese is a bitch.
Horrible, like women.
Ooh. Siamese are always. We used to have Siamese growing up, and they're wonderful. They're very they're princesses, basically. Siamese.
Vocal pets too. I didn't know that about a calico. I knew about a Siamese, so I avoided that breed. But calicos never shut up.
Really?
There's a sound and something to say about everything.
Meow, meow.
Jumps up,
Yep.
jumps down,
Shut
meow.
up.
Up, meow. It's just meow. That's all they mean.
I do love the Lantern family idea because I just kind of started dabbling into the whole pumpkin thing this year to sort of see what Masters Effects does with those things is just absolutely insane.
Oh yeah, and the characters are absolutely beautiful. And you know, after you carve 2 pumpkins, you don't want to carve 8 more. So this really rounds out your household as well.
Yeah.
Plus, it's been a really long time since we've had a new real kind of Halloween special. The Crypt Keeper one don't really happen anymore. Nightmare Before Christmas was in the fucking 90s.
The script is really good. Like when you hear like, oh, Halloween special, you're like, and then you actually see the people they're going to do this. Like Todd's been doing this for 30 years. There's a lot of people he's worked with and a lot of people that want to see this hugely successful. So I'm really excited to see it come out next year.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. Guys, we really do need to. And this is one, and I'm sorry I didn't get everybody's. I know it's it's always the same whenever you guys are coming on. You know.
I'm sorry.
We should do a half asleep one next week. You're just like, I'm like, how is he? You're like, I don't know.
I'll just be lying on the floor. You'll just see a hand trying to get up. And
Do a locked off shot.
Coming back to Ontario soon.
I second that.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, you're all.
Minneapolis.
There's John. John, would you just like to say goodbye to the Soskas?
Yes, my lovely sisters. Miss you. I hope you can come to Indy sometime soon. It'd be wonderful to have you here. You have a place to stay.
Aw, thank you,
John.
And thank you to everyone for coming on. I want someone to say, hey, you want to say bye to the twins? Be like, fuck no.
No.
Yeah.
You're in a house. I'm giving you bitches my morning. I miss church for this. Nobody.
I miss church for this too.
Well done, Steve. Well done. I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sandra would like to say goodbye.
Yes. Lovely to see you girls, and had a great time. And hopefully I'll see you sometime soon. Maybe you'll make it out to a new con in the new year. I don't know. Would love to see you.
And keep up the serial killer painting. That's awesome. You have a gift.
I think that's gonna be a one-shot deal.
I'm not commenting on that.
I hate clowns, and to have to paint that for like 3 days in a row, just touching it up, and I was like, no, just oh god, it's staring at
We have
me.
an episode of Hellevator coming up specifically for you then.
Yeah, we have a very carnival-y one.
Not next week, but I can't say when it is.
Because you don't know.
Oh, I do know when it is. I'm not allowed to say it's coming.
It's coming.
Okay. Cool. Absolutely. Damon, would you like to say goodbye to to Jen and Sylvia?
Okay. See you later. And next time, I'll make sure Annette's on her phone to her mum, so she couldn't join us. But hold on.
Oh.
Hello.
Sorry.
And just to let you guys know, this is going to be winging its way to you soon. It's done by the writer, just for you. You can. I don't know if you can see.
Thank you.
I just missed it, Damon. Go try it again. Jen and Sylvia. Yes.
Awesome.
It's
And
got
they
the writers.
right.
See the signature there?
That's so fucking
Oh,
Got that done for you.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm sure I appreciate that. Cheerio, Damon. I shall speak to you. I'll see you again soon, I'm sure. Jonathan, would you like to unmute yourself and say goodbye to Jen and Sylvia?
This is so orderly, Nick.
I know. This is not like me being so orderly. It's almost as if I thought about this or something. Jonathan,
yes.
what would you like to say?
Yes, just want to say goodbye to you all, and we'll continue to support your projects. Hey, Jen, that guy you want to tie up and torture during filming Hellevator, where do I sign up?
I think
Move to LA right now. Actually, I don't know if we're gonna go on tour because I can't give you any advice on how to win the season if it comes back, which I'm obviously very hopeful for. gsntv.com/Hellevator. There's an application thing, and it was going all season 1 that you can just go on. You need 2 other friends and a great TV attitude. And that means don't just stand there and do nothing.
Don't starfish your fear.
No, if you are scared, I want to see you cry. I want to see you pee yourself. Not that I think you will, Jonathan, but you need to emote.
Yeah, it's interesting. People do different things when they're afraid.
It's amazing what people do when they're afraid. Sometimes they do nothing at all. I scream. And then I sexually harass the monsters.
We're not allowed in haunted houses anymore.
I know. Sad story.
They're high school students, Dan. It's now gross.
No, they're monsters to me.
No, they're underage.
It's like a
Huh?
Over 18, under 18,
they're underage. I got a great teeth, as I say.
Oh boy.
Well, wants to say bye to us.
They all left.
They all took off.
You're at the bar. I understand.
I've left Don and Sandra for the very last, just to say,
That's the last,
Ron,
right?
we did try and get you on. Ron McKenzie, who I know Jen and Sylvia know, did try to get Ron McKenzie on, but he was having.
Hi, Ron. I'm sorry, and hello.
Yeah, sorry, we couldn't manage to get you on live, Ron. Don and Sandra, would you like to say goodbye?
Oh, I thought
Ladies
we did,
first?
Okay. Don, go first.
Ladies first. Okay.
Of course, exactly.
Goodbye, you two. You're highly missed. I'm going to be back in your neck of the woods early next year, January, February-ish. Keep your eyes and ears open, and I'll hit you up with an email or something.
Sure, no fucking clue where I'm going to be 1 month from now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you guys happen to be around, awesome. If not, no worries. I love Vancouver, so I'll be back very many times.
Yeah,
And by the way, that's
nice.
that's the wall you guys are on back there.
Nice.
You guys got that one. All right.
That one. Yeah.
I had such a good time last time. You guys all take care.
Oh, bye, Don.
Thank you.
Bye. Love you.
It's so nice to have women joining me on the film strip, as is referred to at the bottom of the screen as well. So I'd like to Sandra to say goodbye, wrap us up.
Okay, yep. I had a great time. It was lovely seeing you girls, as always. You are missed and, of course, loved. And yeah, keep on, killing it, doing your thing. You got my support 150% of the way, so yeah, do your thing.
Oh, thank you. Sandra, don't take any shit off Lola.
She's sort of my what's it called? I don't know, companion in that sense. She doesn't give me the shit. It's everyone else around me.
Yeah, mine's a little bitch to everyone.
Yeah.
In other words, a cat, really. That's kind of what they do.
That's just cat personality. I mean, if you say cats are assholes, people are like, yeah, it's reasonable. If you say dogs are assholes, I'm like, no, really? Good dog.
No, it's a cat thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely a cat
Well,
thing.
she's an asshole to everybody except basically me, so it works.
She loves you. That's because she loves you. Sandra, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you, Nicholas, for having me.
That's quite all right. Oh, sorry, I lost Sandra. I just wanted to say thank you very much indeed, girls. You've got so much exciting stuff coming up, including February Women in Horror Month as well.
Coming this year.
Say that again?
Oh, we're going to have a new PSA, a new public service announcement anthology.
Oh, wow.
I'm excited for that. Well, we do it every year, but it's going to be big this year. Every year is bigger than the last.
That sounds really, really interesting. We'll look forward to that. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year, hopefully.
I hope so.
Yeah. I got
really touch when we're traveling. And I'll find out where you are and I'll stalk you.
Well, we will definitely hang out, hook up, have a Cenobite breakfast, dinner, or something else, something like that. Thank you to everybody else who's been joining and putting questions. Obviously, sorry, I wasn't able to get to everybody's questions. We got a lot of questions. Thank you for Tristan for joining us. A great question as well. I will see you all in a couple of weeks. You've been watching Chattering with Nicholas Vince, and I've been chattering with Jen and Sylvia Soska. Goodbye, ladies. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks, folks. Take care.